Alrighty, I'm gonna walk back here to our shop, talk to our main mechanic, Lasse Packard. He's got a lot of years of experience out here in the Northwest, up in the mountains where we get a little bit more snow. He's had to winterize a lot of vehicles that he's personally owned and that he's worked on. So let's talk to him real quick and see what he has to say. Lasse here with the 2008 Ford Fusion. Got it all opened up here. About to do the first step in our winter safety check. Go ahead, Lasse.
So the first thing you're going to want to look for is if you have a style of system that has radiator cap access or coolant cap access only to the tank. A lot of the more modern vehicles only give you access to the cooling tank itself. No worries. The test on the coolant itself will be the same as if you're checking the radiator. So to start with, make sure the engine's completely cold first time you start up in the day or several hours after it's been run. You want to open up the tank, make sure that the level's high enough that you can get one of these tools that you can purchase at O'Reilly's for fairly inexpensive, less than 15 bucks. And go ahead and put the hose down into the coolant like so. And you're going to want to squeeze the ball out, as much of the air out of it as possible, so that you'll abstract the right amount of coolant up into the system itself. You'll notice that there's a red side and a blue side. The red side is for summer testing, and the blue side is for winter testing for the antifreeze capability of the coolant. And as you can see, with it full all the way to the top, which is very important to get an accurate reading, that we're reading around between minus 37 and minus 43 degrees, which is plenty good for the Northwest. So at that point, if you were to test low and say be down in the 10-degree range, but in my opinion isn't probably enough, then you'll need to top off this reservoir and then run the car several times to get it cycled through the system, and then recheck. Make sure when you recheck that the engine's cool, or this could spray out at you.
Okay. Now, if someone was to not do this, not check their antifreeze and coolant system in the winter, and they didn't have the right measurements or the enough antifreeze in the system, what would happen?
If the coolant level is low enough, you run the risk of freezing the engine solid and popping your freeze plugs out, which could be several $1,000s worth of repairs to be able to reinstall those freeze plugs. A lot of times it won't break the engine itself, but it will pop the freeze plugs out and or split your plastic radiator.
Okay, so this is something that's very important. Before it gets too cold in the winter, keep your vehicle running real strong.
$20 for the antifreeze is a lot cheaper than a $300 radiator.
There we go. All right, Lasse, thanks for your help today.
No problem.
Nope.